All right, Cronos Familia, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Let's waste no more time and get right in today's update. Understand what's happening with Crow Coin's price going into Saturday morning. Happy weekend, by the way. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Maybe step out, have some time with the loved ones and just enjoy yourself. Very, very important to do so. But you're looking across the board. We're seeing a few coins that are seeing a little bit of a minor pullback, but again, we actually have been seeing over the last 48 hours market looking not too bad. Cronos up 6.3% right now, which again is very impressive to see. I'm sure no one's really complaining on that aspect. Again, looking at it on a weekly time frame, kind of balancing itself out as well. So the Cronos price right now currently sitting at 15.4 cents, up 6% in Bitcoin, and also about 7% on the ETH side of things. So pretty much, in every comparative right now, we're up about 6%, give or take. Valuation approaching $5.6 billion at the 24-hour trading volume only at 31 million, which again is something we've been emphasizing, and we still need to be looking very closely too. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. If I said that 2 times, I apologize, but very important to do that. Let's take a look at what's happening with the Bitcoin dominance right now. So if you're looking at the Bitcoin dominance right now on the hourly time frame, you can see for yourself we are picking up. Obviously, as you can see my drawings, we want to see the dominance pulling down. Something we've been saying on the channel, over the last few days. Very, very, very important for the dominance to push back towards the downside, especially if you're an altcoin holder. But again, uncertainty for Bitcoin is still very high. Even though Bitcoin has been able to close, in the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level 2 times in a row, you still don't want to be getting. Or, we don't really want to be getting overly excited just yet because, of course, we want to see the confirmations being met, which, again, I'm sure you guys know that we emphasize on the channel. But nonetheless, we did come up to $112,000 a few hours back, retested the 23.6 key support line, and we are picking up once again. So, a very nice, setup right now for BTC going into Saturday. Obviously, over the weekend, more manipulation than usual as CME futures are closed. That's something we want to factor in as well. But breaking above this, I think, can take the price of Bitcoin up to 114,000, much quicker than a lot of people are realizing. So again, step by step, is the price of Bitcoin really going to rebound going into the FOMC meeting? We'll see how the price action, happens over the next 48 hours to come. So if you're looking at Cronos right now, Cronos is reacting really nicely. And one thing I want you guys to take away from this right now is the fact that, dominance is still quite high, yet Cronos is looking good right now. So you can see for yourself, Cronos actually had a very impressive move over the last 24 hours. So we were sitting at we were sitting close to the neckline of the support line at 14.2 cents just 24 hours back. We have seen an increase of about 9% since then, retesting levels we've seen obviously 5 days back. So again, look where we got stopped out, 15.5 cents, a level we've been speaking about on this channel over the last few days. Now, what you want to see over the next few hours or even over the weekend, you want to see us breaking above here. Most importantly, start retesting some of the levels we saw after this major, liquidation that we did see for the broader market, October 10th. The levels that we retested shortly after that are what we want to see Cronos get to. Because if we're able to break above, if we're able to break above the 17.4 cents, that's the exact zone. Breaking above here takes us back to where we were prior to all of this happening. So that would be quite something. And again, if you want to put that into perspective, that itself is around a 13.19% move. Believe it or not, that can happen much quicker than a lot of people are realizing. If this is able to break out, Bitcoin pushes back up to maybe 114K key range, I think Cronos could realistically end up pulling up to this move. So again, not bad. The fact that, we're still being supported by this key range. We're above that, again, bare minimum level. We obviously want to push into the 78.6 fib zone, which of course is the bull market zone. And I know it's crazy to think that historically speaking, some people obviously are saying, the super cycle is the super cycle might happen, and the 4-year cycle is no longer going to happen, and we're about to break out of the 4-year cycle. But again, historically speaking, we should be coming closer to the end. Still, obviously, 2 months left. Maybe we extend to Jan or Feb of next year. That's obviously my timeline on this channel. I've stated on this channel several times that, again, not financial advice. That's my own personal timeline. No one knows. No one. I guarantee no one knows what's going to happen. Obviously, 2026 is going to be a big year. It's really going to distinguish whether or not, the 4-year cycle exists or not. But as of now, if you're going into 2026 thinking that, it's a guarantee, absolutely not. Your boy Crypto ZX is going to come and tell you that. Because let's say we do see the bear market happen, then guess what? Then the bear market is here. So again, look accordingly, and obviously that's where your risk strategy comes into play. But yes, we're still in the bear market zone for Cronos, and that tells you everything you need to know. So again, we'll definitely, we'll take this move again, a 9% move from where we were just about 24 hours back. I'm sure no one's complaining, but we want to retest some of these key levels. Very, very important. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Love you guys. See you later. Been Crypto ZX, and peace out.